Hey, welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon Perna, and this is the NFL Top 10 Power Rankings Week 13 edition. Now, I put the spin wheel of pain on a bye last week out of respect for the great tradition of the mass slaughtering of turkeys. Now I bring the wheel back to slaughter some unexpected NFL team. If this is your first time watching my power rankings, let me explain. I spin the wheel. Whichever number it lands on, it places a curse upon that team with the coinciding power rank number. Now, the wheel has only been unable to curse the Patriots this year, so please respect its power. Let's rank the best teams in an ever-changing NFL and find the curse. Wheel takes forever. Oh, no! No. No, fuck me. No. No! No! Oh. And don't forget, the only way to save or stop the curse is 10,000 likes on the video. And we need it this week. That's good sports. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thumbs it up. Telling you, you're gonna wanna thumbs it up. Also, I do a show every Wednesday called Odd Man Sports on the Game Day YouTube channel. You can check them out, subscribe there, link in the description. And this week only, benchwarmerbrew.com, pre-order for the Benchwarmer Brew shirts. That's happening this week. Urinating Trees got a shirt, 5 Point has got a shirt, I got a shirt. All right, on to the episode. All right, a refresher on how we do the power ranks. 1, recency bias, very heavy in my rankings. Deal with it, because I think who's good now, who's good in December matters more than who was good in September. I also don't rank the teams who are on their bye week, so the Cardinals and Chiefs, 2 top 5 teams on their bye, will not be ranked today. Number 11 would be the Washington football team, or the Miami Dolphins. The football team has won 3 in a row, the Dolphins 4 in a row, and people are jumping back on the Taylor Heineke bandwagon faster than Russell Wilson can go 96 yards. But I couldn't put the football team on the list until their stadium stops leaking sewer water on its fans. Now, the football team's last loss was to my number 10 and cursed team, the Denver Broncos. I fucking cursed my own team! I cursed my own team! That's how much respect I have for that stupid wheel. Don't forget, Broncos fans, we can save the Broncos from the curse with 10,000 likes on the video. That has yet to happen this season in the power rankings. But 10,000 likes wipes out the curse. Fuck, 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 fuck. On Chiefs week, I cursed my own team. Yeah, I put the Broncos in at 10 because I think they deserve it. You can no longer make the argument that my Broncos haven't beaten any good teams because in 2 of the last 3 games, they beat the hell out of the Cowboys and the Chargers. 2 top 10 power ranked teams consistently this year. 2 touchdown wins for Denver, and it wasn't really that close. Despite pooping their panties against the Jalen Hurts-led Eagles, the Broncos defense is still allowing just 17.8 points per game, 3rd in the league, and assuming Pat Shurmur can check his ego at the door, the formula for Denver to win is running the damn football. And rookie running back Javonte Williams is 1st in the league with forcing missed tackles. The coolest part, though, about beating the Chargers was that it was like a glimpse into what should be a promising future. Javonte Williams, Baron Browning, Quinn Miners, Caden Stearns, almost every notable rookie who played looked like a stud in the making, except for Pat Surtain. He's basically a stud, a finished product that actually still has room to grow. He's incredible. But again, Broncos fans, I am looking to you to save this team from the curse. 10,000 likes or we die with the curse, I'm telling you. Okay, number 9, the Las Vegas Raiders. As bizarre, tragic, and embarrassing as the Raiders' 2021 season has gone so far, they're still somehow above 500 following their victory over the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. It doesn't really make sense. They're 17th in scoring, 13th in points allowed, and they have a point differential of minus 36, which would suggest bad things through this point in the season. It helps that the Raiders have won 3 games in overtime, but when they lose, oh, they lose big. All but one of their 5 losses has been by 2 scores or more. And yeah, I just spent this opportunity to trash the Raiders despite actually putting them on the list. Derek Carr is good. That's the only nice thing I'll say about the Raiders. Number 8, Dallas Cowboys. Screw you, Dallas. Legally, I'm obligated to put you in the top 10 because you're 7-4 and sitting atop the shitty NFC East. But I don't want to do it. Dallas is offensive because they've been gifted an easy schedule in their division, but they can't stand up to real divisions like the AFC West, Chargers excluded. This team is a bunch of underachievers, except for Tony Pollard. I like him a lot. But this team has an MVP candidate at QB, a great receiving core, 2 good options in the backfield, a ball-hawking corner, and the defensive rookie of the year. So why have they lost 3 of their last 4? Maybe injuries to some of their edge rushers, or Mike McCarthy, who will miss Thursday night with COVID. So I'm genuinely curious to see how this team looks with Dan Quinn on the sideline, who I think is a better head coach than Mike McCarthy. Number 7, the Buffalo Billies. The Bills are back in our good graces, absolutely feasting on the Saints for Thanksgiving, adding to their incredible plus 144-point differential, which is second in the league behind the Cardinals. Now the Bills are an elite team trapped in a 7-4 team's body. Their expected win-loss record per Pro Football Reference is 9-2, which would put them atop the AFC. However, they will have a chance to take the lead in the conference next week when they play the New England Patriots on Monday Night Football. Holy shit, am I excited for that game. Holy hell, am I bummed they lost Trey White before facing New England. The football gods taketh, but the football gods giveth. I think they found an offensive weapon in running back Matt Breida. I believe he will produce more than his 2.9 yards per carry against the Saints that he had because they're hard to run against. But I like him in the passing game, and I think Brian Daboll needs to design 5 to 8 quick, easy passes for Josh Allen to dish to Breida every week. Now is the perfect time to add a wrinkle to their offense and help compensate for some dicey play from their offensive line. Number 6, the San Fran 49ers. Everyone started to talk mad shit about Kyle Shanahan. And then he decided to flex on everyone, saying, fuck you. You see this wide receiver? I'll make him a running back. And I'll make him the best running back in the league. 156, 171, and 208. Those are the rushing yards San Francisco has put up in the last 3 weeks. Just as importantly, the 49ers have only turned the ball over once in their last 3 games. All of them wins that push them above 500. And I love a resurrection story, which the 49ers are. Like Jesus. They are the Jesus of the NFL. They are better than the Rams right now, top to bottom. And they're not even playing the guy they traded all their draft picks for in Trey Lance. Now, like I said, Deebo Samuel is a big reason for their success. Given the 8 yards per carry he's averaging right now on top of the 1,000-yard receiving season he's had. That shit is crazy. It's like if Cooper Kupp decided to become Christian McCaffrey in his spare time. And yes, I used Christian McCaffrey as his running back comparison because he's also white. Number 5, the Baltimore Ravens. Okay, Ravens fans, I'm sorry I forgot to put you on the power rankings last week, but perhaps that was a good thing. It looked like you were cursed, but you managed to fend off the Browns despite one of Lamar Jackson's worst games as a pro. I have no doubt that Jackson will get back on track, but it'll have to be soon because the Cincinnati Bengals are out for blood in the AFC North. The offense has been rough the last couple of weeks for the Ravens, but aside from a couple Andy Dalton hiccups, the Ravens defense has been sturdy, giving up just 15, 13, and 10 points in their last 3 games. Tyus Bowser has been the unsung hero instead of the villain on top of that defense, putting up a quiet 5.5 sacks, 13 QB hits, and 6 tackles for a loss. He also ended the game last week with the sack of Andy Dalton in the final seconds. Now, the Ravens just don't miss on defensive draft picks, do they? If both the offense and defense decide to play at the same time in the same game, the Ravens could be the best team in the AFC. But until then, I've got the Cincinnati Bengals ranked ahead of them at 4. Really quick, let's take a look at how the Bengals have fared against the rest of the AFC North this year. 24-10 victory over the Steelers, 41-17 victory over the Ravens, 41-10 victory over the Steelers, and bizarrely, a 41-16 loss to the Browns. The Bengals made short work of the Steelers and Ravens, but got absolutely housed by Baker Mayfield. It doesn't make very much sense, but in a way it does, given how this whole dumb season has gone. Cincinnati is averaging 28.1 points per game on offense, 6th best, and Joe Mixon, a big part of their recent push forward, is now 3rd in the league with 924 rushing yards, also 3rd in rushing touchdowns with 11, 8 of those TDs coming in the last 4 games, and he's producing as a receiver as well. Number 3, New England Patriots. Dear God, save us. The Patriots are good, but I don't give a shit that they beat the Titans, okay? The Patriots, with the rookie QB, now have the 7th best points per game average, ahead of the Rams by 0.8 points, and their damn defense is 1st in points allowed per game with 15.8. That is a big recipe for success. Again, Monday Night Football is a litmus test for the Patriots as much as it is for the Bills. Buffalo is 2nd best with just 16.5 points per game allowed by their defense. And they're giving up fewer rushing yards and passing yards every week. But right now, Pat's corner, Jesus Christ Jackson, is playing as well as any corner in the league. My advice to Buffalo is go after Jalen Mills. He's been solid in New England, played really well against the Tennessee injured reserves, but is a mismatch against Gabe Davis or Emmanuel Sanders, assuming JC will be on Diggs. Number 2, the Green Bay Packers. You really don't want to play the Packers after a loss because Aaron Rodgers, like with the vaccine, is allergic to back-to-back losses. He will not get J&J, and he will not get L&L either. Imagine if they were allowed to go to the Super Bowl after losing in the NFC Championship game. Imagine that. Now, we've talked enough about the Packers offense and how good it's been, but I wanted to point out a couple of underrated players on the Green Bay defense. Rashawn Gary, who leads the team in sacks and QB hits, and corner Rasul Douglas, who has probably the 2 biggest interceptions this season for Green Bay. Douglas picked off that pass that ended the game in Arizona, and he had a pick 6 of Matthew Stafford in the game against the Rams. And as much as Aaron Rodgers may hate to admit it, Douglas and Gary are 2 great player acquisitions, which is a direct reflection of the Packers front office that Rodgers despises. Gary, drafted 12th overall, is finally looking like that top 20 pick, and Douglas was an October signing off the Cardinals practice squad. Douglas also allowing a passer rating of 66 when targeted, and when Jair Alexander returns, Green Bay may have one of the best secondaries heading into the NFC playoffs. And still holding at number 1, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay forced 5 turnovers against a team that was plus 15 in turnover differential heading into that game. That makes life really easy for Tom Brady, who's had the easiest life of any quarterback in recent memory. And yes, I'm trying to pander to Barry McCockiner, upcoming YouTuber, by saying that. But one of the biggest keys to Tampa's success as of late has been regular season Lenny, who's just 25 yards short of the 1,000-yard mark in terms of yards from scrimmage. Lenny is taking passing touchdowns away from Tom Brady, which makes me very, very happy, especially with an extra game this season. The main reason I have Tampa ahead of the Packers is because the Bucs' offensive line is healthier and better. third best pass blocking unit in the league right now. And the Buccaneers are a dangerous rushing team in the red zone, about to climb into the top 10 in rushing TDs. And they are number 1 on defense in terms of points allowed. Also, Mason Crosby has the second worst field goal percentage this season. The Bucs kicker, Ryan Suckup, who literally has suck in his name, has been better than Crosby. Boom, those are your week 13 power rankings. Make sure you compare Tom Grossi and my power rankings, because we talk about them every Wednesday morning on the Grossi Perna show, streaming right here on YouTube. And if you want to watch more videos, I got a video on the screen right now. Give it a little click, 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 click.